I'm more intrigued though to see a different kind of serial killer. That's Dexter himself coming back, everybody. And the new trailer dropped for Original Sin, everybody. And we actually have some insight of how is Dexter Morgan still alive for another show. Can we talk about that in our trailer talk? Come on.
Yes.
All right, so Dexter's coming back, Original Sin's happening, and again, this is the prequel to the whole Dexter franchise itself. The new trailer dropped, we're gonna watch it in a second too and talk about it, but the new trailer actually showcases the younger version of Dexter Morgan back in the day, when he's trying to like figure himself out as a teenager, figure out the code, grow into the person or the serial killer that he's meant to be, and then also help people out in his own way. But on top of this too, this way it starts again, the big part of this season of Original Sin, which is fantastic, is Michael C. Hall is not just a producer, he's also doing the voiceover for his internal monologue for Dexter Morgan during this. And the new trailer came out and it actually showcases what happened to Dexter after again, he came back with New Blood, because New Blood, he came back, and again, early spoiler alert, he did die. He died in that. But we're doing a reboot of this, we're continuing this series, and he's gonna be alive during Resurrection. And during that time, apparently there's a reason why he's still alive, and I'm intrigued to see how that happens. But I wanna watch the trailer with you guys, and we can talk about it. So here's the trailer for Dexter Original Sin. Let's watch it.
This hunger that you have inside of you, it needs a master.
It really is like they say. Your life flashes before your eyes. In the beginning, there was blood. And a code I learned from my father.
The code is to make sure you are different from the people that you kill.
It was simple. Kill the bad guys who escape justice.
We'll be caught.
Don't get caught myself.
If anyone knows how powerful urges can be, it's me.
Trust me, you stay the course, you'll be fine.
Well, Dex, homicide looks good on you.
Couldn't agree more.
Detective Batista.
Where's my desk?
Photograph the entire scene. Spatter matters.
It's starting to look like a serial killer art project up in here.
So I got myself a job.
Welcome to Miami Metro. The first day of the rest of your life.
Hopefully you're not a chip off the old block.
One that brought the blood to me. While honing my skills with help from the people around me.
Gotta blend in. One wrong move, you ruin your life, your sister's, mine.
This is who I am. Who I need to be.
Learning my code was just the beginning. Bringing it to life for the first time is a whole new story.
Original Sin.
Dexter Original Sin. New series streaming December 13th.
December 13th, Dexter's coming back.
Before you start, Brian, can I make an inside joke?
Yeah, go for it.
So you killed your father.
Yeah.
Now you can explain the joke.
So you killed your father? What do you mean you killed your father? In New Blood, right?
Yeah, well, that's who killed him.
Yep, his kid, Harrison. Oh, you're saying I did, Harrison. Yeah, Harrison. I'm still bummed about New Blood. I know people are like, some people liked it, some people didn't. Here's my biggest problem with all this. I think the best part of this trailer, I'll tell you right now, mortgages to pay. Why does young Dexter look old? You're right, Tim. He does look kind of old. I don't really like his acting in it. I don't really like Patrick's acting in it. I think he's like the weakest part of this trailer. That's my biggest thing for it. I mean, I'm intrigued though. I like the tie-in with Michael C. Hall and his voiceover, I think is great. And showcasing that he goes to the hospital after New Blood and he becomes like, again, I guess you're saving his life pretty much. Just pretty much say that he gets his life saved. And then we see what happens, in the next season, which the next season of Dexter drops the summer of 2025. That's not that far away. So we're going to get more Michael C. Hall playing Dexter this coming summer. And this month, we're getting his prequel. And the one thing I would say about this that actually made me kind of excited about it was the fact that we are actually going to tell a continuation of the last season. This feels like you're tying it into New Blood and you're showcasing how he got to here. I think it's actually a fun way of doing it. And then you're going to And that my hope is when that season ends with an older Dexter in the hospital, waking up and alive, and then we start the next season of Resurrection next summer. I think that's the best way to do this. So you had this all being like him in a coma, kind of going through his life, and then he wakes up, and now he's in the hospital, and now he has to deal with the ramifications of being caught as that serial killer and what happens there. And you continue the story. And that's what I'm kind of hoping that's what this is. When I watch the trailer, I'm like, please guys, do that. Because I'm like, that makes more sense to me. Because before I was like, why are we doing the show? Like, why are we doing this? You know, I'd rather see continuation of Harrison and we go into Resurrection. Like, why are we having this side tale? And it might be awesome if it's like it's all like a dream. Like he's like in like it starts with like as they show the trailer. He goes to the hospital, he's in a coma, and he relives his whole life in that coma or his childhood to get into where he's at right now. That would be cool. They should have left the Dexter end. Yeah, you know, Queen, the thing is about that ending of Dexter season 8 was not that great either. And hence why the group here, we made Harrison, which was like a spinoff about what happened to Dexter afterwards. I'm going to put that in the chat. And Harrison was great.
I'm sorry, Torbit.
Oh, it's all. We love Torbit. Round of applause for Torbit.
He's making a lot of noise.
Let's give him a round of applause. I think it's fascinating though, GR. What do you think, GR? Do you think that this is going to be its own little like side story? Is going to be a sidestep, or do you think that maybe they're going to do something like that where they make it be like a tie-in, such a great tie-in that's like a one and done season, and then we go through to the next chapter of Dexter's actual life story?
I wish they had, Brian, but I have a feeling they won't.
Don't say that. You think so?
Well, they ripped off our storyline, so I'm sorry. I hope it bombs out.
Yeah, I mean, we tried. We could still do Harrison, GR. We did Harrison, and again, we've been talking about the show quite a bit. We did Harrison as a spinoff. The idea of like talking about Harrison as a serial killer later on in life, but he's a better serial killer. But he's got no morals, no laws, no code, and he's like rebelling against his father. And the idea is Dexter still appears here and there.
For our viewers' sake, he killed both Ron and I in Harrison.
It's true. If you watch it, Ron and GR both die in it. So, and I played Harrison. I played Harrison in it. So I had blonde hair during those times too, which is crazy. It was fun. Well, but GR,
I played a stereotype, folks.
Yeah, he was a pedophile priest.
A pedophile Catholic priest that not only kills his victims, he eats them.
Yep, he eats them too. That's the kind of person that.
My own dogs, so it was fun.
Yeah. But what do you think, though, GR, about this? Is it going to be oversaturating the idea of Dexter with this spin-off series, too?
I unfortunately, I do. I mean, just watching that was pathetic.
So you didn't like it at all, huh?
No, because the way you took the storyline when you wrote Harrison, it carried the character on with a new person. It made sense. And this really doesn't.
So you think it's like redoing it's like, again, a sidestep, redoing the same thing and not actually having any kind of, I guess, fluidity to the actual plot line?
Thank you. Well said. I think I've had one too many of these to get that coherent thought pattern.
But GR too, we have Christian Slater in here, right? I always laugh every time I see Christian Slater in a series. It usually gets canceled after one season. I hate to say that to Christian Slater. I'm gonna give him one of those, right, Ron?
Yes, absolutely.
So it's like as soon as I saw he was cast, I'm like, oh no.
Christian knows his limits.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, man. I know we love. I actually like Christian Slater. GR tells no lies. I like him. I think he's a raw deal, but I think it's just like a weird thing that happens to his career now. He gets canceled all the time, all of the shows.
Yep.
It's just a thing, and I don't think it's. I don't know if it's him or what it is, but it's a weird thing that's been happening in his career.
He
okay, Ron.
Killed off characters really well.
Killed off characters.
Yeah, he plays them off really well. So he gets killed off every season. Sorry.
All the time. He's not even killed off, though. He just kills the shows usually. I hate to say that about him.
Have great episodes. Yeah, it just goes.
Yeah. But Ron, what do you think about this? Again, we've been trying to do more Dexter stuff ourselves, of course. Dr. Danko here, everybody.
Right.
What do you think? Does this bring in anything great when you watch this? Do you make you feel like that you're going in the right direction for Dexter, or do you think that they're kind of lost in the mix of trying to make more content?
I got 3 words for you, and then I have 2 words for you. The first 3, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I love it.
Right?
Oh, love it.
How great is she? I would say, Ron, she's like one of the best parts of that trailer too.
Her and Patrick Dempsey. That's my other 2 words.
Yep, Patrick Dempsey.
When I saw that, I'm like, this is great. As far as the show goes, I don't find how this is really needed. This one, with everything else that's gone on with it, I don't really see what the point is.
Do you think that, I mean, because again, we also have Michael C. Hall involved with this. He's doing the voiceover. Do you think it could be like, I mean, I threw that shit in the wall. I'm hoping it sticks. The idea of it being like in his mind the whole season. Do you think it could be something like that?
I like that. I do like that. I would hope it was.
Maybe they may make the real Harrison.
He might. Oh wow.
Yeah, I would love to make the real Harrison, because honestly, I think the next season of Dexter will have Harrison in it too. But I just didn't like that kid. I didn't like him. I hate to say it. He felt like too whiny to me. I mean, it was the writing too, how they wrote Harrison. Yeah. It just wasn't my favorite. Like, I wanted Harrison to be stronger. I thought Harrison should be the guy that's like, because of his dad being gone, in my mind at least, it was like a F you to his life. And then when he finds out about him, like, he's like even more mad and more stronger than him, and like F everything my dad left me with. Look at the abandonment issues. Like, his dad literally just left him, you know? Right. With a serial killer, you know what I mean? With a serial killer that is like has no code, you know, and then you let her raise him, and then on top of that too, you're alive and you've been hiding out this whole time. I think that person would change them dramatically.
Oh, absolutely.
Agreed. You talk about twisting you.
Yeah. The character was such a little, I hate to say, a little whiny bitch in New Blood.
He really was.
I want to go back and watch it, but I'm like still like, that's why I hope. Again, we were supposed to do New Blood to end all this, right? It was New Blood to end this all. Yeah. That's the idea. And we have multiple spinoffs happening now. It's like, just give us the ending. Just give us the ending.
Finally. Yes.
Yeah. Ron, okay, we're doing Resurrection one more time. This summer that's coming out, right? So we got Original Sin, we got Resurrection, Michael C. Hall back again. Do you think that will be the end of Dexter Morgan?
I'm actually surprised that Michael C. Hall is back. Not because he's doing so much, but it seems a lot that like a lead actor on something will not come back to continue it. Do I think it will be the end? I don't actually, because of what's happening now. I think they're just going to keep pumping it out, who knows how they're going to do, but whether it does it or not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Queen, they did make some Hannibal Lecter shows and stuff. I remember I watching that Hannibal show. The Hannibal show was great. I actually liked Hannibal.
That was on NBC too, I think.
Yeah, NBC. Yeah, I actually like that lead actor too. He's so freaking creepy. He did a great job doing it. Plastic wrapped to table. Good times, right, Brian? Yeah, there were good times with Ron. Plastic wrapped to a table. That's for sure, right, Ron? Ron, and we did if you guys watch the actual short film, Ron does not leave that table the whole day we're shooting. He was strapped to that table the whole time until we were done shooting. Him and Sabrina, who was in it too, she would not leave the table too. They both were wrapped to that table for the whole time we were shooting. GR's popping in with
two strangers. That's how I met them both.
Yep, and Ron, GR's come with an MGD in his hand, hanging out. Like, what are you guys doing over here? You know.
That's when I licked your ear too. That was that scene that I improvised. Yeah.
Yep, you licked my ear.
Tim went crazy and loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was interesting. It was fascinating. But again, it's about doing something different. That's what it is, you know. And I think that this feels like it's getting more formulaic to me. Even like him going back to, he wasn't in Miami Metro when he was that age before. He wasn't there. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense like what you've done before telling the story. And this kid seems flat to me. This kid does not. I mean, then again, I didn't like Michael C. Hall when he first started either. When he was Dexter, this kid just seems flat to me.
I didn't either, but Michael C. Hall is great, but you're right. But he doesn't start out. He's a tough one to swallow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That first episode, the first season, until like episode 6, I wasn't sold for him. And then it started changing. 6 Feet Under to me, which was such a downplayed character. Yeah. Yeah. And he was great in 6 Feet Under, though.
Oh, yeah.
Whole different character, Ron.
Oh, yeah.
Whole different character. But I love that he's back for this. I don't think this would work without him. I still think, though, there's a world where we can still do Harrison after this. I think there's a world. And there is.
Let's do it.
If they finish it the way that I hope they do, which at the end of the day, I hope they put Dexter in a freaking electric chair and they kill him. I hope that's what they do. And I think the way it works, and I've said to multiple people, I think I've told both of you too. You put Dexter, you have the intro song, dun, 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 dun. The egg cracks, the ham goes in the thing, it's being fried, it's all being cooked up, it's lathered on a plate, then slid in front of him in a jail cell. And he's eating the food like he did, the intros, like eating it, like close-ups, all that, like the intro, but he's in jail with the voiceover being like, I've lived a long life. I've done what I thought was right for the code, and now I have to suffer for the consequences, you know. And then all of a sudden it ends with him in the electric chair, and he smiles, and it's like ding in his eye, and then it's like and it cuts.
Ooh.
That's how they should end it. That's how they should end it. You know?
Yes.
And I think fans would go nuts. I think fans would love it, and I think it would be a good way of fitting ending. Like if he's already in a hospital, he's caught. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know he's a Bay Harbor butcher. Like, why would you not end it then that way? So we'll see.
Exactly.
I don't know. Before we move on,
you gotta pitch it that way, Brian.
that's why I would love to pitch it that way and build it all up and make it happen. I mean, that's my mind when I'm writing stuff. I think about like, where are we going with this? How do we make this great? And how do we make the fans happy and make it right for the character? And I think that's the way to do it. Before we go, Ron, what do you think about the performance of the new Dexter in this series?
Of the new Dexter?
Yeah, the original Sin, the new kid. You think he's good?
No, I wasn't. I was not impressed by that at all. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. GR too. How you feel? Same way?
Yeah, I think your playing of the character was much more realistic than this idiot's was.
This idiot.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember you and I, when we first did that first scene, remember how I said to you, I think you were a little over the top?
Yeah.
But then when I watched the making the whole movie that we had made, I realized you played it just right. You played it realistically. He was whacked. And the actor, and I'm sorry, I don't know his name. It doesn't matter.
Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick just did not capture that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you brought how do I put this? You brought the insanity of the character out, and he never did.
True.
Well, I'm interested to see if you see that at all, because what you get from the trailers is not like much to see what she's actually doing. You know, you don't really see like that Dexter Morgan moment. You know what I mean? You just don't see it.
I don't think if you don't see it in 20 or 30 seconds, you don't see it.
Right.
Yeah. We'll see. We love Dexter here on Cruise Control, especially this panel right here. We love it. We're very close to it, close to what's going on in the storyline. We want to do more with it. And honestly, if they gave us that opportunity to make the next season of the first season, because Harrison, I have an idea for like 5 seasons of Harrison. So if we could do 5 seasons of Harrison after all of this, that'd be fantastic, because it would make more sense. But you know what? It makes more sense without Resurrection, I would say, because the way they left it in Resurrection, the idea is Dexter, you think Dexter's dead? And in Harrison, the idea is Dexter would appear in the finale of the very last episode of Harrison, and he's still alive. And there's a moment where they have that like first season thing where he's got someone that's very close to on his table, and Dexter walks in the room, and they have that father-son moment where they can actually bond. That's why I was mad what they did with New Blood, because I think that you shouldn't have seen Dexter yet. He shouldn't have found Dexter until later on, after he's already been killing people and going through that and like not understanding things. He comes in the very last minute where he can't really save him, but it also helps him cope with like what he's become because his father figure wasn't there. And then Dexter also suffers.
It's make believe, and we'll bring back the real Harrison.
Maybe, GR. Maybe. We'll see. But Dexter's coming soon. In this month, we're going to get Original Sin. We'll get Resurrection next summer. Big times Los Santos. I don't care. I know a lot of people don't, but it's still going strong. We love Dexter here, so we're going to talk about it.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks.
Because I'm hungry.
Holla back. Love y'all.